I'm sitting at the chair waiting for everybody to come in. And one of the ladies is like, "Oh, my stomach is killing me." And then earlier this morning, while I was getting out of the shower, another lady saying something was going on with her. And then my next door neighbor saying something's going on with her. And then so and so and so and so and so. So it was food poisoning. Hi, Dawnies. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel and you like listening to funny, sad, ridiculous stories, please subscribe. Mom would say it's like a bad sitcom. Now, I was going to send a picture to comedian Schuler King, but I was like, I need to make a video about this first before he gets a hold of it. He has much bigger following than I do, but I need to give the backstory because one, I'm filming this right now because this happened a day ago, and it's just it's too rich. It's just too rich. Also, don't mind the eyebrows, even though the governor said we can go somewhere. Where I'm staying is saying we can't. It's not a necessity, so. And I don't know how to work my own eyebrows. But that's not what this video's about. As you know, I'm currently living in a shelter. Ergo, why I can't go anywhere until they get us off a lockdown. Anyhow, at the shelter, of course, we have 3 meals a day. So lunch and dinner is usually doable. There's one lady that I'm gonna give props to, even though she can't stand me, normally puts her foot in her food. And if you guys, some of you guys might not know that vernacular, but basically meaning that she puts love into her food. However, since the lockdown, we've been having food catered in. Now, this catered food, it's not the best. You know, us black folks like seasoned in our food. So, so the food is edible, may not be seasoned, but edible. So yesterday, we're standing in the lunch line, the residents. We're standing in the lunch line, and one of the lunch ladies comes by and was saying, "You might as well sit down because the food's not here yet, it's being brought in." Now, none of us moved because we were thinking if we sit down and once the food comes back, it's going to be a mad dash to get back in line. And some of us can't make a mad dash. So when she said, "You might as well sit down," I was like, okay. You know, I have a walker. So I sat on my walker and waited for the food to arrive. It was about 15 to 20 minutes later. You see these people rolling in with boxes. What do you call, like, the boxes like napkins come in, restaurant napkins come in. And next thing you know, there's all these people passing out these tin and plastic containers of food, right? And when I first look at the food, I'm like, this is not enough food. But as I fill the container, I'm like, why is this container ice cold as if it just came out the refrigerator? Now, I'm going to put this picture here, and I just want you guys to comment on this mess you see here. You see this mess, right? I know you see it. So as I mentioned, the food was ice cold, and it didn't look like enough food. Like I said, look at this again. I'm already tongue-tied, and now I'm even more tongue-tied. So there's, count them, one chicken strip. I did say one, right? A clump You see that clump? I know you see that clump of noodles. I think it was sprinkled with Parmesan and Italian seasoning. Now you see those green specks over there on this side? That looked like some old broccoli. I'm not sure how old. Smelled like 3 months old. And you see what the broccoli is in, right? So we have these black beans. I didn't fail to mention this stuff was ice cold, was I? I didn't fail to mention that, did I? Now you see this right here? This is what you call water chestnuts. No, your eyes do not fail you. Why would anybody put water chestnuts in black beans? Who does that? And I'm gonna say it again. It was ice cold, as if it had just come out of the refrigerator, like it had maybe been in the refrigerator for like 48 hours or so. And the cafeteria doesn't have a microwave, so we're just blank out of luck. We were even the poor administrative staff had to endure this horrible food. I was just watching them see what they were gonna do. I was just like, but they went out the door to their office, and I won't dare ask them what they thought about that food. I mean, they know me, but they probably know I'll put it in a video. So no, I won't ask them what they thought about the food. We were talking about it this morning, and one of the residents was thinking it probably come from an organization. I can't remember how she put it. She was like, yeah, it's probably one of those places that cooks food and tries to like go door to door selling it. And since they couldn't sell the food because it was nasty, they donated it to the shelters. I guess they were doing their good deed. I don't know if you guys know that I usually write out, even though these are true life stories, I still have to write them out because y'all know I'm at a certain age and I can't remember everything. I have to write it down. So as I'm writing this account, guess what somebody had to do all morning? I hope I get through this video. Could we call it food poisoning? The only good thing about lunch was the plastic container that it came in, because that container is reusable, and you know, you could use it to store stuff in, or you could use it to reheat food that's edible. Well done. You thought that was the end of the video, didn't you? Oh, no. But there's more. So as we're coming out of the cafeteria to go back into the resident hall, I'm not good with distance. I want to say between the cafeteria and the resident hall, it may be about 5 to 7 car lengths away. Like if you were in a parking lot, car lengths away. That's what I kind of want to say the distance is. So, so meanwhile, we're going towards the resident hall, only to get to the door to hear the fire alarms going off. I'm like, ain't this something? Why are the fire alarms going off? First, we had to endure this nasty food. Now we can't go back in the room to at least lay down and figure something out. So we had to wait till all was clear. Then we were able to go back into the resident hall. And, you know, the day went on and, you know, what have you. Oh, I forgot to mention that during lunch, the lady who I said earlier that normally cooks well, she came around to each table talking about, I'm gonna cook something better this evening. I'm so sorry. I didn't. I wouldn't do you guys like that. Even though she can't stand me, I don't know what I did to her. But anyway, I'm gonna leave that in God's hands. So with that said, at 5 o'clock, dinner was much better. I mean, she cooked so much food that we couldn't eat it all. But anyway, it was so much better. Come back in the dorms. I decided to go to bed early. I don't remember what I had to do the next day, but I decided to go to bed early. Only to be awakened at 5 a.m. in the morning to another fire alarm. Why? So, as you all know, as I just mentioned earlier, I'm on a walker. So I'm going down the ramp. Next thing I know, the security guard's like, "Hold the door." And so he's running through, and I think I heard him say, "I forgot my keys." I'm like, so was he already in the resident hall? And he left the resident hall and left his keys in the resident hall? I mean, what is he talking about? And meanwhile, he's like, "Go on, go on, go on." So yet again, we're back in the parking lot, trying to get away from the building that might be on fire, only for this man. You guys know I find humor in everything. So I'm watching this man come back out of the resident hall carrying a foldable chair. I'm gonna take a picture of the chair that I'm in right now, only for him to get a foldable chair, bring it back outside from the resident hall. Now, I said the cafeteria is about like 5 to 6 car lengths away. Well, the guard shack is probably about the same distance, just in another direction, right? So, and we're standing by the guard shack, only for me to see this man have this foldable chair, bring it out of the resident hall, track it all the way to the guard shack, to use it as a step stool to climb to the window of the guard shack. Evidently, he must have left his keys in the guard shack. I guess in all the chaos, I'm gonna give him that, but it was just a sight to be seen. Like, so you gotta get the chair to step on. But what, sir? Why was the window open? Like wide open? Barney Fife? Who you securing? And you just gonna let us burn? Well, Dawnies. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hopefully this is the last interruption. So this morning, since we are shut down, since we are on lockdown, every day at 10 o'clock we have Bible study, right? And I'm sitting at the chair waiting for everybody to come in. And one of the ladies is like, "Oh, my stomach is killing me." And then earlier this morning, while I was getting out of the shower, another lady saying something was going on with her. And then my next door neighbor saying something's going on with her. And then so and so and so and so and so. So it was food poisoning. I'm going to just leave it at that. Well, Dawnies, share with me again in the comments section, what would you have done? Would you found humor in any of this mess? Or would you been crying? Or would you need to go see your psychiatrist? Anyway, Dawnies, remember to toast to life because it always makes for a great story. Please remember to check out my other content on the channel. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Hit the bell, and I'll see you next week. Bye.